Hello students, today we are going to start with types of shares. Company issues different types of shares to the investors in regards to control, in regards their accounting procedure, and these shares are divided depending upon right to control, income and risk. There are two types of shares, mainly two types of shares, equity shares and preference shares. There are two types of shares. First is equity shares and second is preference shares. Equity shares are again classified into two kinds, equity shares with voting right and equity shares with differential voting right. Second part is preference shares. These preference shares are again divided into various kinds and they are as follows: cumulative preference shares, non-cumulative preference shares, participating preference shares, non-participating preference shares, convertible preference shares, non-convertible preference shares, redeemable preference shares, irredeemable preference shares. Now we will study first equity shares. The first type of shares is equity shares. Equity shares are also known as ordinary shares. Companies Act define equity shares as those shares which are not preference shares. See students, the word preference means giving priority in something. From that only preference shares type of came into existence. Therefore, Companies Act says that the shares which are not given priority or preference in something, those shares are equity shares. Now, in which situation company gives priority to one type and not to the other type? See, according to the definition, company gives priority to some shareholders in the following situation. First, they do not enjoy preference for dividend and they do not have priority for repayment. Students, we have to keep in mind two things, dividend and repayment. When Mr. X invests 10,000 rupees in ABC Company Limited, he expects some sort of interest or dividend on it and he invests that amount of money for a particular time period. After maturity of that time, after expiry of that period or at the mature time of maturity, company repays the 10 amount of principal amount, that is 10,000, along with interest or dividend for 5 years. While paying this, company have different criteria. So that time companies giving priority to whom is very important. Here the definition of equity shares tells that the equity shares do not enjoy preference for dividend. That means their dividend is pending with company. Company has to pay dividend to equity shareholders, but first chance is not given to equity shareholders. Therefore, they do not enjoy preference in payment of dividend. And second, the equity shares do not have priority for repayment of capital at the time of winding up of the company. I am just talking about maturity, but at the time of winding up of a company, equity shareholders are getting a last chance to get repayment of their principal amount and also dividend. Suppose after 10 years, ABC Company Limited is going to get wind up. Now that time company has to repay the debts, pay the creditors, to repay the bank loans. So many outstanding payments company has to clear. All the dues company is clearing step by step, and in that step equity shareholders are getting last chance. Therefore, it is rightly said that equity shareholders are not getting priority, first in payment of dividend and second in repayment of amount at the time of winding up of company. Equity shares are fundamental source of financing activities. That means basic source. Equity shareholders own the company and bear ultimate risk associated with the ownership. After paying all claims or dues to all the investors, the remaining funds belong to equity shareholders. At the time of winding up of the company, when company closed down its business, that time company firstly pay back their loan, their debt securities, then their creditors, and at the last they repay the remaining amount to the equity shareholders. Therefore, the equity shareholders are called residual claimants of the income and assets. Residual means remaining assets or income is belongs to equity shareholders. Therefore, they are known as residual claimants. Equity shareholders do not carry any fixed rate of dividend. Their rate of dividend is never fixed, that depend upon the company's profit. They are paid dividend at the rate recommended by board of directors. Every year annual general meeting is held in the company, and at that time they decide a specific rate of dividend to be given to the equity shareholders. That rate depends upon the profit of the company. It keeps on changing, that means it is not fixed and it is fluctuating. If company is earning more profit, they will get good rate of dividend. If company is suffering loss, they may not get any rate of dividend and their dividend is accumulated. If there is no profit, no dividend will be payable. Similarly, if there is less profit, lesser dividend will be payable. Thus, the equity shareholders has to cope up with company during the ups and downs in the company's financial position. If the company is enjoying ample amount of profit, then equity shareholders are also benefited. It is exactly because of the position equity share capital is also known as venture capital or risk capital. Venture capital means during company's flourishment they are getting good amount of return, good facilities. And in case of losses or a recession, then company will not pay them dividend and they are the risk bearer because they are paid at the end. The owners of equity shares are really risk bearers. But here companies gives priority to equity shareholders in regards to participate in the management of their company. They are invited to attend general meetings. Not any other shareholders are eligible to attend company's meeting. They elect their representative to manage the companies. Equity shareholders are thus real owners of the company. See students, equity shareholders are not getting priority in dividend and repayment of capital. But they have given certain rights. Company conducts annual general meeting every year, and this meeting cannot be attended by all the investors. Only equity shareholders have right to attend this general meeting. Another thing, they can elect their representative, which are known as board of directors, to look after the business of the company. They can ask any time for the inspection of the books of accounts. Therefore, they are known as owners of the company. Now we will see features of equity shares. First, preference sorry. First feature of equity share is that permanent capital. Equity share is permanent capital. Equity shares are irredeemable shares. Irredeemable means what? Which are not redeemable. To redeem means to get, means company which is going to repay and finish the things. But equity shareholders are everlasting investment with the company which goes till the winding up of the company. Therefore, it is known as permanent capital. The amount received from equity shares is not refundable by the company during its continuous business. Equity shares become refundable only in the event of closing down the business of the company, that is winding up of the company. In case company wants to purchase buyback shares, then also company can repay the equity shareholders. Means buyback means company is purchasing their own shares. Thus equity share capital is a long term and permanent capital. Second, fluctuating dividend. Equity shares do not have a fixed rate of dividend. The rate of dividend depends upon profit earned by the company. More profit, more dividend. Less profit, lesser dividend. No profit, no dividend. This is the policy which is applied by the company towards equity shareholders. Board of directors may postpone payment of dividend if company is suffering losses. Equity shareholders cannot compel them to declare and pay dividend. The income of equity shares is uncertain and irregular. Why it is uncertain? It depends on the company's profit and losses. If company is consistently earning profit, the equity shareholders will get continuously consistent rate of dividend. But it is not happened in the real case. Therefore, depending upon the profit and loss of the company, the income of the shareholders, equity shareholder is uncertain. Thus, equity shareholders are not getting fixed rate of dividend. That means they are getting fluctuating, changing rate of dividend. Third point is rights. Equity shareholders have certain rights. First, right to vote. It is a basic right of equity shareholders that they can vote in the company's meeting. Now, their voting is essential in case of electing directors, to changes, to alter the memorandum and articles of association. In this case, they can give their opinion. Second, right to share in profit. It is an important right of equity shareholders. They have right to share in profit by way of dividend. If the company is successful and makes good profit, they have advantage of getting more amount of dividend. Third, a right to inspect books. Equity shareholders have right to inspect statutory books of the company. In case of any legal compliance, they have any doubt, they can ask to check those books anytime. If they have doubt that company has not completed any legal formalities, then they can recheck with the company's management because they are given that right to inspect the statutory books. D is right to transfer the books. Right to transfer shares. To transfer means to sell or purchase. Only equity shares of the company can be sold and purchased. So they can earn money in selling and purchasing. That means transferring the shares. These are the important 4 rights given to equity shareholders, that is right to vote, right to share in profit, right to inspect books, and right to transfer shares. Fourth feature of equity share is no preferential right. Equity shareholders do not enjoy preferential right in respect of payment of dividend. I have already explained, in case of paying dividend, they are after preference shares. They are not given any priority or preference for the payment of dividend. At the time of winding up of the company also, they are last to get the dividend. Fifth one is controlling power. The control of company is given with the equity shareholders. They are often described as real masters or owners of the company. They have voting rights. They can elect their representatives for the management of the company. They have right to vote in all the matters at the general meeting. Thus, they can participate in the management of the company through their representatives. Therefore, they are known as real masters and they have controlling power. Sixth one is risk. Equity shareholders bear maximum risk in the company. They are known as shock absorbers. Shock absorbers. When company has financial crisis, equity shareholders are always last to get their payment. They tell company it is their status that they have to wait for the payment. Unless and until company is not settling all others payment, creditors payment, all debt securities, equity shareholders cannot ask, cannot demand for their repayment. Therefore, they are real risk bearers. Seventh is residual claimant. Equity shares holders are owners are residual claimants to all earning after expenses, taxes, etc. are paid. This is the same thing, that they are not given any preference. That means they cannot demand for priority of any of these things, because the conditions are clear at the time of issue only, that equity shareholders are given last chance. They will be not given any priority. Therefore, they are residual claimants, because all their payments come last, and they have advantage in one case, that they are receiving entire earnings that is left over. No charge on assets. The equity shareholders do not create any charge over assets of the company.